another problem. Okay, 15 minus 8. More on top?
No.
More on the floor?
Next door. And equal to 0.
Break it up. Haley, how many do we have up top now? We had 5 and we borrowed 10.
16.
Well, let's look at this. We have 5. 15, there you go. And we borrowed 10. So the 10 broke up. 10 plus 5 is going to equal 15. Good job. So now what do we do? Trey? Good job. We take 8 away from 15. Here we go. Let's see. And we have 7 ones left. How many in the 10s do we have? Justin? 0. We don't have any in the 10s we have to worry about. Good job, guys. So, Austin, do you want to come up and help me? You're sitting very nice and listening. You can help me with the problem. Okay. So, more on top?
No.
More on the floor?
Go next door for 10 minutes.
Okay, so you're going to put the pen right on there. I'll help you. Yep, drag it right over. And then lift your pen. Okay, so how many do we have over there now? We have 5 and we borrowed 10. 15. Now what do we need to do?
We need to subtract 6 from 15.
Okay, so what you're going to do is put on the red and put it right up to the blue one. Match it up. There you go. Oh, you just have to touch it right on there. There you go. Good job. Good job. Yep. It's hard when your head's in the way. Good job.
Oh, he's getting up there.
There you go. Okay. Now I think we have some in the 10. So what do we need to do now? How many 10s do we have on top?
5. We need to
5?
3 from the top.
We have 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10s. So what does that equal? 5 10s.
We need to subtract 3 from the top.
Right, but hold on.
3
3 10s. So what does that equal? 3 10s equals 10, 20, 30. So how many do we have up here? 50. Good job. So now you're just going to move the red one up to the blue one. Take it away. Might have to move it. I know it's a little high.
Oh,
there you
you
go.
got it.
Good job. So what is the answer? How many do you have left?
29.
So we have how many 10s? 2 10s. And how many 1s?
9.
9. So I want you to pick someone that's paying attention, and you can push next problem, and they're sitting, you saw them sitting still and raising their hand, so go ahead and pick one and give them the pen. All right. Thank you, Austin. All right, Dustin. So, more on top, more on the floor. Okay, let's borrow 10. So we had how many over there before we brought the 10? How many ones? 0. So now how many do we have? 10. So go ahead with the ones. And what are we going to do with the ones now? Take away. How many are we taking away? 9. How many ones do we have left? Okay, so let's worry about the 10s. many 10s do we have on top? 40. Well, we have 4 10s, so that equals 40. So if we had 40 10s, we would have a lot more. 400, actually. Okay, so now how many do we have on the bottom? 1 10. There we go. So how many 10s on top?
30.
Which equals 3 10s equals 30. And how many in the ones? Good job. Go ahead and pick someone that was sitting quietly and raising their hand, not talking to their neighbor. We have the boys here. I think next time we're going to need a girl, Jaden. Okay, more on top, more on the floor, and borrow. You have to pull it over all the way. There you go. So how many do we have now? Well, let's look here. To start with, we had 8. So then we borrowed 10, 18. Very good. And how many are we taking away from 18? 9. Jaden's quick. Okay, how many do we have left now?
9.
Very good. Good job. So go ahead and now you're going to pick a girl this time that was sitting quietly and paying attention in class, not talking to their neighbor. Thank you, Jaden. All right, Cadence, you're up. Did we just do
I think we need to do next.
Yes. Go ahead. Okay, there we go. More on top, Cadence?
No.
More on the floor?
Yeah.
Go next.
What's the saying?
More. 10 more.
You might have to move it over just a little bit more. There you go. So we had 2 1s, and then we borrowed 10. So how many do we have?
12.
12. And how many are you going to take away from 12?
9.
9. Go ahead. Good job. Okay, so how many 10s do we have on the top? 5 10s, which equals how many on the bottom?
1.
1 10, which equals
10.
very good. So you're taking 1 10 away from 5 10s. And how many do you have left?
4.
4 10s and
3 1.
3 1s. Very good. Go ahead and pick one more girl for the last problem. Okay, Miss Allison. More on top, more on the floor.
The next one.
Okay. Gonna borrow 10 more. Good job. So now how many do we have over there? We had 1 and we borrowed 10.
11.
11. So how many are you taking away from 11? 8. Good job. So how many do we have left? Any in the 10s? Nope. Good job. All right, so we're going to do the last one as a class together. And you guys can say it out loud. You don't have to raise your hand, okay? So more on top? No. More on the floor?
8 becomes a 7. 1 becomes 11.
Thank you, Cadence. You're on the ball today. So before we borrow 10 more, let's look over here. How many 10s do we have?
8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We have 8. 8 10s equals 80. How many 10s do we have on the bottom?
3.
3 10s, which equals 30. So let's borrow 10.
I should hear voices who are being serious, not silly.
So now how many do we have in the ones? We had 1 and we borrowed 10. You can say it out loud.
11.
11. Good job. How many are we going to take away from 11? Go ahead and say it out loud.
3.
3. 3. How many do we have left in the ones now?
8.
8. Good job. How many tens are we going to take away from? 3 tens from how many tens?
8. 7.
Okay, we have a little discrepancy here. Let's look together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're taking 3 tens away from 7, Sarah. We're being serious, aren't we?
I have a few in here that aren't.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a lesson. We're not outside on recess time.
Okay, so how many tens do we have left? Well, tens. 4 tens, which equals 40. And how many ones?
8.
Good job. Okay. So now, really quick,